Yes, SciManDan, you accidentally wrecked your own reference frames because of your switcheroo game. You fell for your own switcheroo trick.
Doesn't realize he just double spoke.
I've met some strange people in my life, but I don't know what's wrong with him, honestly. There's some mental deficiency going on there, extremely.
Who?
He literally just, the Rumpus, like he just literally repeated one word for 10 minutes straight, like we didn't hear it 1,000 times. It was just obnoxious, just...
Yeah, well, he muted me. So if he mutes me,
no one else needs to hear your crap though, Rumpus. No one else needs to.
No, if I muted you, let's see if he'll let me respond to him. If I muted you, he's not going to. He's going to do it now.
If I wasn't
say it again,
I wouldn't have to do
say it again. Say it again, Rumpus. Say it again. Why'd you do it?
No one muted you, Rumpus.
I'll try and respond to that. If I muted you, Rumpus, you would have stuck your fingers in your ears and gone on deafen. So.
No, you muted me.
So if I'd have put you on mute, you would have put yourself on server deafen. But because you're only willing to speak and not willing to listen, you'll, like now, keep talking indefinitely and not listen.
Are you saying I'm not going to be muted? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying...
Shut up, Rumpus.
Let's see if he'll let me respond to him. Let me see if he'll let me respond or talk constantly.
Will I be muted on the stream, Nathan? Tell
me. Just mute him.
I'm asking him if he'll let me respond or he'll demonstrate what he does continually.
Will you answer my question, please?
I'm trying to get a word in, but every time I start talking, you start talking through me like you're doing now. So, unfortunately, you're not allowing me to answer you, Rumpus. You're not allowing me to put anything to you. You're not allowing anything other than your voice constantly interrupting everybody, stopping Discord hearing anything like you're doing now. You're doing it right now.
Get a grip, Rumpus.
Get a grip, man.
Get a grip.
Am I going to get a chance to talk to you, Rumpus, or not?
Did you mute me on the stream, Nathan?
Yeah, you're constantly appealing to this issue you have.
Did you mute me on the stream?
Sorry, if I muted you, you would have stuck your fingers in your ears.
Did you mute me on the stream?
No, you'd see it. So for the audience, right, there's Rumpus appearing with his little mute button, and it's not muted. When he is, he's just saying the same thing 10 times now, ladies and gentlemen, over and over again, saying the exact same thing, so that I can't be heard responding to him. That's his trick.
No, answer the question. You're being a liar here, aren't you? You're actually lying. I don't often accuse people of lying, but you are lying here. We all know that you muted me on the stream.
No.
Well, if we go to the video now,
I'll say it again.
I will not be there.
I'll say it again. You are being muted right now. Let's see how long it takes him to stick his fingers in his ears. So now you are muted. The audience is watching me do it. Now you cannot talk.
I told him.
Let's see. Shut up!
Nathan,
shut the fuck up! Talking to Rumpus now. Shut up! Not going to tell you again. He's immediately stuck his fingers in his ears now that he is muted. So now I'll take him off mute, and let's see if I can get a response to him. Bearing in mind, as demonstrated, when I mute him, he puts his fingers in his ears. Because unless it's him talking constantly, he will not listen. Now he thinks his little game is going to be getting away with not addressing the actual question. That while he repeated himself and was pointed out by the guy who's just interrupted me, thank you very much for pointing it out, but then please don't interrupt me constantly like he does. God. Yeah? When he gets put on mute to stop him constantly interrupting, he stops listening. Because listening might involve him having to respond to what's actually on the table. Now, he needs to talk about muting. Because that's not talking about Dan stating clearly that you and your reference frames are destroyed. Now that he's been put on mute and taken off mute, he's not listening anymore because he can't get away with talking through everybody. So he's going to fuck off. That's what he does. Now, when I was claimed to be lying, you put me on mute. No, I haven't. Let's see what happens when I do, though. Oh, he puts himself on deafen so he doesn't have to listen anymore. Because then he can't get away with stopping people in Discord hearing. Which is what he did.
The reason he thinks you're lying, because I tagged him in a post saying that you've been muted on the show. Stop. I only said that. I lied. I'm the one who lied. And I said that because I just sick of hearing him saying the same thing over and over and over. So I just said it to shut him up, but obviously it didn't work, and then he believed it, and then he accused you of it.
It's censoring. He's censoring what I'm saying, and I'm not going to tolerate that.
He's a one-trick pony.
One-trick pony. That's all he's got. when there's something devastating, make sure it doesn't get heard. So he's saying, oh, well, because I was muted. Well, if you were muted, what would be the necessity to say the same thing 50,000 times? Obviously, he's projecting his lies onto me. He's muting us. You can't hear anything, right? Well, that's the point. He's muting us and then lying and claiming I'm doing it to him. He's making damn sure nothing can be heard by muting us. They just turn that around and say, well, you've muted me on the show. Well, let's see what happens when I mute you. Oh, there we go. Fingers in the ears because he can't cause the disruption. But apparently he was muted. All right. So why put your fingers in your ears when you're actually muted?
That's true, because if he was muted, that's what he would do, innit? That's really true, Nathan.
Yeah, if he was actually muted, we wouldn't be hearing from him anymore. And we're not. Right? I demonstrated what happens when he gets muted. When we stop him constantly interrupting, that would be muting him, preventing that from happening, which it is constantly, and he's getting moaned at for it. Right? He's doing it constantly. Is that him muted? So he's not disturbing the entirety of the Discord server because he's been muted. No, that's a total lie. Oh, what's that? He doesn't like the fact that I've got me gated so that when I'm talking, he definitely can't interrupt me. Oh, right. You don't like that I get to be heard on my own fucking show and you object to your constant interruption not being the only thing heard. Oh, right. I'm sorry, Rumpus. I'll hand over production of my show to you. So you can constantly say the same thing and claim you're muted. That's why everyone's moaning about it, right? Because you're muted whilst you're doing that? Because that would make a lot of sense, to talk constantly and have people moaning about how they can't hear anything because you've been muted, meaning you can't be heard. So why the fuck can everyone hear you non-stop ranting and saying the same thing 1,000 times? That's because you're not muted, you lying bastard. But saying the same thing 20,000 times is muting us. And why is he doing that? I'll tell you why. Because that little diatribe from me has also taken us further and further away from Dan's reference frames. And they're ruined. That's why I asked him when this all started. Before this all kicked off, what was my question to Rumpus? Hey, Rumpus, whose reference frames are ruined? Then constant fundy muting, then a discussion about whether or not he's muted, then claims I'm lying about muting him when everyone's moaning that they can't hear anything, because he's constantly muting us. Lying bastards. Why do they need to come? Lie, deceive, obfuscate, distract. Well, it's because they're fucked. SciManDan's fucked. You're fucked, Dan. No drift. No second reference frame. Ruined, right, Dan? Well, that's not my claim. Your fundy side that uses reference frames, they're ruined, Dan. That's why we've just had that happen. Another little defence of Dan's mistake. That's all that was. Something needs to be done. So better complain about how the show's being run. You know what's happening? Rumpus is saying, oh my God, the audience can't hear me constantly trying to distract from this. That's outrageous.
Yes, SciManDan, you accidentally wrecked your own reference frames because of your switcheroo game. You fell for your own switcheroo trick. You didn't even notice. And you doubled down on it too. It's really funny to look at it.
If anyone's wondering how serious this is the 4th day in a row we've had white knighting for SciManDan. We've had Dan telling me that I don't understand his argument, and you're damn right I don't when you're supposed to be claiming drift, and your own side needs reference frames you say are ruined. Yeah. 4 days this has gone on. Yeah, this is important. Better know it. Humiliating for Dan.
Rumpus came in playing lawyer again today. I take it.